All right, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? What's good? What's good, people? We about to get it in. This one right here, man, I was like, I gotta do this because this is a teachable moment. Shout out to Most Hated Iceberg SJ98 was good. You said I'm trying to catch y'all at these random times. I ain't gonna be here too long. I promise you I'm only gonna be here for a little under an hour or an hour at the most. So but I really wanted to talk about this. I want to analyze something. This video I saw, shout out to O'Shake Dude Jackson. He did a story about this girl who was on Tinder and got upset that she got unmatched by a certain, a dude or whatever. And I want to show you guys how alpha males use online dating and just overall, interact with women. You feel what I'm saying? So that you can get this into the game. So this one's going to stay right here on YouTube. I'm not going to put it on Patreon because I'm using other people's stuff. But before we get into all of that, as people are coming in, let's get this cracking.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cool Joe, you'd be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
And you got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we are back. We are back, god damn it. Okay, listen. So today I was like, I gotta do this, man. I gotta do this. But also remember, guys, make sure that you go to badboymembership.com so that you can check out the new program, 13 Key Principles to Being a Successful Player. Okay, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com right now to get that program, plus all the other Bad Boy Membership audio and video programs. This is out right now. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all coming through real quick. You feel me? Who we got in the building? We got Usher 2344, Raymond. What up? Purpose and Goals, J98, Millionaire Status, J God, Iceberg S, John Doe, King Art, Cool, Calm, and Collected. Dada Saints in the building. What's going on? Joe Blast is in the building. Kevinism. what's good? Dennis Angels, Cess Travels. Man, we got a lot of people up in here. Mike, Larry, what's going on? May May and AJ, what's going on? Coley, Mr. Micah, what's good? So, David, what up? And Ed Zone, what's good? So, today I wanted to say, teach you guys how alpha males do shit when it comes to dealing with women, right? And so I was watching my dude O'Shea Duke Jackson's video. Shout out to O'Shea, you feel me? Shout out to O'Shea. And he did this video about this girl on TikTok, and she was basically talking about how, there was a guy who she matched with on Tinder, and they were talking, and the dude unmatched her. You understand what I'm saying? But what I want to do is I'm gonna show the clip of the video that O'Shea did real quick. I'm gonna show a quick clip of it, and then I'm gonna break down what happened. And I'm telling you guys, this is the way to go about things when you're dealing with these women. So let's pull this on the screen real quick. Let me add that to the screen. Let me try to blow this up a little bit more. Right? Let me blow that up a little bit more. All right, there we go. So this is the part of the video where she's going to be like talking about what happened. And then I'm going to, give my commentary on it after, O'Shea says a little bit something else. But check this out.
Okay? And we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Hold on, let me pause that for a second. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear the audio. Okay, real quick, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear the audio. Just want to make sure you guys can hear the audio before I continue to go down and get it cracking. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear the audio. Okay, so we're seeing some ones. Perfect. All right, so let's get it going. Let's get it going.
Here.
I am done. I'm done. I am literally done dating anyone. I do not want to be involved with this generation's men. Please keep me away from it. This is my last interaction. Literally just happened 5 minutes ago on Hinge. I like this person's photo. He messaged me first. As you can see, what's your phone number? I created a boundary because I don't want to give you my phone number. I don't even fucking know you. And you tell me you didn't ask what I was down for, but here's my phone number.
All right, let me pause it right there because I want you guys to see this screenshot, right? I want you guys to see this screenshot so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. He says, hey, what's your number? She says, hey, I'm down to talk, right, on here before exchanging phone numbers. Then he replies and says, didn't ask what you were down for. Here's mine, though. And then he gives her the goddamn number. I mean, give this motherfucker a round of applause. Give him a fucking round of applause. Let's read that one more time. Let's see what happened. He says, hey, what's your number? So he's basically telling her, hey, give me the number. What's your number, right? And then she replies and says, hey, I'm down to talk on here before exchanging phone numbers. So basically what happened is that she, right? He said, hey, what's your number? And basically he's asking for her number. And then instead of giving him the number, what she said was, well, I want to do this instead of doing what you're telling me to do. So instead of following your instructions and going along with what you're trying to do, I'm going to say, hey, I'm down to talk on here before exchanging numbers. So then he's like, look, I didn't ask what you were down for. I was like, this motherfucker, I love it. I love it. He said, I didn't ask what you were down for. Right? He says, here's mine, though. Right? So he's like, look, I didn't ask what you was down for. See, and let's continue. Let's continue to see what we should talk about.
And that's supposed to now make me want to text you. Okay. And like, people don't understand how much you can find out about someone when you have their phone number. So why would I give that to you? And I don't even know you. And then
see, let me stop it right there. You see the whole, well, I don't even know you. I don't know you. I don't know who you, I don't know. Listen. When a woman is really about getting shit popping with you, right? She does not have to know you. In fact, what a lot of women do a lot of times when they're interested in you and they want things to happen quickly, or they're like sexually attracted to you and they want to have sex with you quickly, what women will do is rationalize in their own minds to make it seem as if they do know you. So for example, I talked about this before. I said I was at one of these like events where they were talking about, you know, polyamorous stuff and, you know, polygamy and all that other type of stuff, open relationships, non-monogamy, right? And so one of the speakers who was there that I know, she said, you know, while she was on stage, she was like, oh, I don't like to do casual sex. And then so I was scratching my head for a second. I said, wait a second. So after the show, I said, how the hell do you not like casual sex when you're into this non-monogamous open relationship type of energy, right? And I know that she has sex casually. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know what she says to me? She says, well, if I'm talking to a guy, I can talk to him for a few minutes and then get to know him within those few minutes. And then now I can have sex with him, and then it will no longer be casual because now I know him. You see what I'm saying? So chicks, they'll say shit to make it make sense to their narrative. She don't know this guy in 5 minutes, right? She don't really know him like that. But to rationalize in her head, hey, I want to fuck this guy now. So I have to, let me talk to him a little bit so I can tell myself I know him so that I can fuck with him. You understand what I'm saying? So they'll do those little mind tricks, for, you know, those mind tricks to themselves. But see, this whole thing about, you know, oh, I don't know you and I don't know you, that's a smokescreen. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. You understand? She's trying to be like, oh, well, I don't want to give out my number because, you know, you can do a lot with somebody's number and blah. Nonsense. The thing is, she just wasn't really that interested in making it happen like that. Because if she did from the jump, she would have just gave him the number. You understand? She would have just did what he said. Right? But let's continue this video real quick.
And you unmatched me. You got rude of me.
Okay, so you heard what she had to say. Number one, you're done dating men in this generation. Okay. Now, I mean, I can understand people will say that the men from today are not like the men from yesterday. You can have a point, and but you're done dating men in this generation. Fine. You're on a dating app. You matched with the guy. You want to chat up with him on the app. Well, the guy is saying, "Give me your number so we can talk on the phone." Well, you want to talk a little bit more on the app. Okay. Well, the reality is that, and you're mad that you got a match. I can understand that. But that guy has a lot more options than you.
See, O'Shea is like, listen, that guy has more options than you. He has things going on, right? See, what happens is a lot of these women, what they don't realize is what happens is they're so used to dealing with beta males. They're so used to dealing with guys who just run around and do whatever for them, right? And then so they run across an attractive alpha male guy, right? That has that alpha male energy. And then what happens is that he's not going for that bullshit. And then she's surprised when he's not trying to fuck with her anymore, right? But see, that dude, he has more chicks he can talk to. Right. He has other girls that he can make stuff happen with. So he's like, look, I'm not down to waste time, and I'm not down with the fuck shit. So either you're going to cooperate and do the things that I'm trying to do, or I'm going to unmatch you. I'm going to be out. You understand what I'm saying? And see, that's the thing that you guys have to be on, where when you're dealing with these girls, right, you want to have the attitude and the energy of, I don't need any one of you. You understand? I don't need any of y'all. And the thing is that you know you have an abundance of women out there to fuck with. You understand? Let's continue a little bit more on it.
Ask you all that, how you felt, what's your number? Look, stop playing with me. Call me if you want to talk or not. You want to sit there and have a little discussion on the app. He don't want to have a discussion on the app. You want to know why he don't want to have a discussion on the app? Because he has options.
Jesus Christ.
On the app.
All right, let's stop it right there. Man, listen. I got to give this guy another round of applause. Thanks. And shout out to O'Shea New Jackson for the clip. Shout out to my dude O'Shea for the clip. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude for the clip. But see, I wanted to bring that up to show you guys that it's okay to get rid of the chick because there's more coming. There's more there. There's unlimited amounts of women. You understand what I'm saying? There's unlimited amounts of women. Right? So the thing is that if you're dealing with a chick and she's sitting there wasting your time, not trying to do the things you want her to do, then you move on. But see, with dudes who don't have game, dudes who have a scarcity mindset, dudes who don't really have options, what they would have done was, right? He says, hey, what's your number? And then she's like, oh, I want to talk on here more. And then so the guy who's the beta male, the guy who doesn't really have any game, he's going to sit there and talk to the girl on the app and go back and forth with her. And the funny part is, as soon as you do that, then she realizes and recognizes what type of guy you are. And then this is where she puts you in a certain category. And then this is where you're going to have a certain type of experience with this woman. Right. So you're going to be wondering, damn, well, why is this girl playing games? And why does it seem like I got to, give her all this attention in order to get shit popping with her? And the reason why you need to do all that is because you started off by following her. So now if that guy, right, would have responded to her and kept talking on the app, right, then she would have treated him like on some beta male shit. She would have looked at him like he was a loser. And see, a lot of this is subconscious also, right? Because then he would have been in the same category as all the other guys who basically bend over backwards and do whatever she wants. You understand? And so the thing is this, because this is what guys will say. They'll say, but why would you get rid of her, though? Because, maybe if he would have talked to her more, then maybe he could have got at her. And then maybe this could have happened and that could have happened. See, again, the only thing that could have happened is that even if he would have got with her by continuing to talk to her on the app, right? From that point forward, she would have not given him the type of energy, right? Where she actually respected him to the point where she would do the things he wants to do. Because from that point, if he would have followed her, then that means that he's following her. And then therefore he's doing the things she wants to do. So automatically her respect level and her attraction level starts to diminish. You understand? So at that point, you really have no choice but to get rid of her. You see what I'm saying? See, she caused her own situation to happen without her even realizing it. Because see, what alpha males understand is that if the chick is not following my directions and following my lead and doing the things that I'm telling her to do, and then I, in turn, I switch it up or I do what she wants to do, then she no longer looks at me as that alpha male type of guy. And then she puts me in that category of a guy she doesn't, respect or try to make anything happen with. You understand? Now, at that point, it's just whatever. So it's almost like you have to get rid of her, even if you might not even want to. You understand what I'm saying? You might not want to get rid of her. You're like, but damn, she bad though. She looked like this. And you're thinking all these things. But if you continue to deal with her, you're going to be dealing with her in a way or in a context that is not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. And even in the short term, you might be able to still smash. But what happens is that now you're going to have to go through a whole bunch of bullshit just to smash. And then you're going to get to smash and they're going to be like, yo, it wasn't really worth all that shit. Because listen, all the bullshit that you go through when it comes to dealing with a woman, when you're following her and you're not getting a chick who's really adhering to what you're trying to do and following your lead and all that. When you get with the chick where you're following her, you're doing what she says, you're waiting on her, you're doing all that back and forth. Even if you get the pussy is never worth it. There is no vagina that's that good to where you waiting around doing the shit she wants to do is gonna, it's not gonna make it good. In fact, the girl isn't really even going to give you the type of energy in the sex situation by you following her and going down her direction. Because remember, once you follow her, she no longer sees you as that super sexually attractive alpha male dude. And then if you do get the pussy, she's giving you the pussy under the, context of you being a guy she's not that attracted to. And when a woman gives pussy to a guy she's not really that attracted to, it's almost like she's doing it as more of either a feeling of obligation or doing it as something to maintain the situation. So she's like, okay, well, listen, this guy, he's not really that strong alpha male type of dude that I thought, but he could probably got some money. He got a nice car. I could probably get him to take me places, spend time with me, spend money on me. And then he could be a good boyfriend. And then so you're in a situation where, yeah, you got to have sex with her, but you got to have sex with her under the context of her seeing you as the beta male. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens. Unfortunately. You see what I mean? That's the crazy thing. But yeah, man, that's what I wanted to show you guys that real quick. If you guys got any questions, put a Q in the chat. I don't even have the phone lines up right now. But if you have any questions, put a Q in the chat and I'll get some of these questions. But yeah, I'm not going to be here too long because I saw that and I was like, man, I really need to show this just to show you guys, what it is when I'm telling you guys to charge these chicks to the game. If they're not cooperating, if they're not complying, you charge them to the game. Because again, like I said, a woman's desire has to be stronger than her fear. See, this girl in the clip, her desire wasn't strong enough to just give this guy the number, to just do what he's saying. When a woman's desire is strong, when it's extremely high, she will do what you say, again, within reason. And what's funny about that is even, when it's not reasonable, if a girl is feeling you enough, she will do some stupid ass shit that you tell her to do. But I don't suggest you guys tell women to do stupid shit. But if it's just regular, if it's just regular shit, you understand, that you're telling a chick to do, right? And she's not trying to do that, then it's basically telling you that her desire is not strong enough. It's not there. It's not high enough because her fear, whatever is stopping her, is stronger than the desire. It's that simple. You understand? Shout out A Filthy Casual. Appreciate you, bro. So J90 said, when is the right time to have a girl that you're dating doing things for you? On the second date, before we go get ice cream, I had a girl run into the store to get an item for me. Get an item for me using my card. No, this is the thing. It's never too early to get a girl do shit for you. You get a girl do shit for you within the first 2 minutes of you talking to this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the level of thing that you're asking her to do, that's a different story. You understand what I'm saying? That's a different story. Now, I'll break it down like this. If you first meet a chick, right, and you get her to do something for you, you have to make sure the things that you're getting her to do is at the same level as the amount of time that you've been dealing with her, right? And so, or in other words, the things that you guys get women to do for you, right, have to be in direct correlation to how important she is to you at the moment. And remember, if it's new, she's not that important. If you've been with her for a while, then she's a little bit more important. So the longer you've been with a chick and the longer you've been dealing with a girl and the longer you've been, interacting with her and making shit happen with her, the more important that she can become. So what I mean by this is this. If I just meet a girl, tomorrow or something, right? And let's say we hook up and I see her the next week or whatever like that, right? Now, let's say she's coming over my crib. I might say, hey, listen, before you get to the spot, stop at the store and buy me a bag of chips. You understand what I'm saying? And then she's like, all right, cool. She goes, she buys a bag of chips, she comes through. So now she did something for me, but the task that I gave her was something small, like just go to the store and get me a bag of chips. Now, the reason why the task is small is because it's the beginning of our situation and she's not that important yet. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say it's that same girl, right? Let's say it's that same girl. If I hooked up with her once, right? And let's say she's coming through to the crib, right? She's coming through to the crib. I hooked up with her once. Come through to the crib. She gets to the crib and I tell her, hey, listen, I'm writing this new book. I just finished the first chapter. I'm gonna need you to look over all these pages and edit out the words that aren't spelled correctly, and I need you to form the paragraphs better. You understand? So now I wouldn't give that girl that task. Why? Because she's new. She's too new. This is too close. We just started fucking around. And now the reason why I won't give her that task is because me giving her that task is going to make her think she's more important than she is at this moment. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be careful about the things that you give a chick to do. So you want to give a chick instructions and tell her to do certain things, but you also want to be careful about not giving her something, big to do if she's new, if this is a girl you just started fucking with. So the things that you give them have to be in direct correlation to how actually important they are in this situation. If I just met the girl, she's not that important, so I'm not going to give her an important task. Because if I give her an important task, that's basically telling her indirectly that I think she's important. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got to understand. So you said, questions that are chicks. You said chicks are aware of the bullshit game. They are playing on the same level as we know about that. What? Or we know that they do that unconscious. What? Or, bro, I have no idea what you just said. You're gonna have to rephrase that, bro. I tried to read it. You got to rephrase that, fam. I'm like, what are you talking about? Do you think 20 years is too wide of an age gap? Say it's a girlfriend or wife, 23 and 43. What is the thing? If you're a 43-year-old man, right? It doesn't make sense generally. Now, there's always exceptions, but if you're a 23-year-old guy, if you're a 43-year-old guy and your chick is 23. It doesn't necessarily make sense to wife that girl up, because around that age of 23 years old, generally women are out there doing their whole shit. You understand what I'm saying? Most of them are not trying to be locked down. They're trying to explore. They're still figuring shit out. They're still all over the place. You understand? So yeah, fuck with her and have your fun. But if you're actually out there trying to, wife this chick up at 23 years old, usually that's you don't want to do all that. You understand what I'm saying? You do not want to do that. So you said how much time to unmatch with a chick on Tinder who goes radio silence as soon as I give her my number to text me? Well, this is the thing. I usually I actually don't really unmatch chicks. I just kind of ignore them. So if I give a chick my number to say, hey, text me, and she don't, I just kind of ignore her. You understand what I'm saying? And I keep it moving to the next girl, and the next girl, because I didn't forgot about her by that point. But as far as how much time is not necessarily, this is the thing. If you tell a girl, hey, here's my number, text me, right? You should also tell her when to text you. Be like, text me right now, or text me tomorrow. Text me 2 Tuesday at 6. You understand? Give her a time frame to text you so you will see if that girl is going to do it, right? Because if I say text me right now and I don't get a text, right, that's showing her level of compliance. That's showing if she's actually listening to what I'm saying. You see what I mean? But if I just say text me, then she could kind of text me whenever, and who the fuck knows? But I would say give her a time to text you. Text me right now. Text me tomorrow. Text me on Tuesday, whenever it is. But you give her a time to text you. You understand? And then if she doesn't text you, you just ignore it and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it said, he said, why did a chick unmatch me on Tinder after a date if she already gave me her number and we had only communicated through text before? Shit. Well, listen, bro. Maybe she just wasn't feeling you, man. Or, this is like, this could also happen too, where the app, sometimes either malfunction or she could have deleted her app or whatever it is, which could unmatch you, I think. You understand? Or she redid the app or whatever. That could be an issue too. But the thing is, she probably just wasn't feeling you and just unmatched you. It was like, fuck it. You understand? But yeah, don't worry about that shit. That's whatever. You understand what I'm saying? That's whatever. You feel me? Man. So he said, can you leave the Bad Boy membership and get back in the future? What? Are you saying, can you stop can you leave it and then come back? Yeah, you could do that, but you got to cancel your shit. Because on a Bad Boy membership, it charges you every month. So if you got to cancel it and then you could come back later and then join again. You see what I'm saying? You said, does a Bad Boy membership work if you don't have a PC? It could work on your phones, your computers. You understand? You just got to have a computer with internet and then listen to the joints. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like when you're dealing with chicks at the beginning, I'm telling you guys, do not give them too much of a big task to do. I'm telling you, it's gonna because the bigger the task, the bigger the investment. You understand what I'm saying? And that's gonna make her feel more entitled in that situation. But you haven't really vetted her to the point where she needs to see herself in that position with you. So a lot of times why guys get into a lot of drama with women and have a lot of bullshit going on is because when they first start dealing with women, y'all give women too much attention and time and energy and resources, and you just throw a lot of shit at these women and make them feel comfortable. You make them feel at home. You almost make them feel like you're already their boyfriend. And then so they start to feel like they could talk to you anyway, ask you for certain things, be all up in your space and your situation. And that's because you gave them the feeling or the idea that, that everything was all good. You said, I think his question was, the girls are aware of the bullshit they throw at us on dating apps? Or is the bullshit come unconsciously from her? Okay, so you're saying that are girls aware of the BS? Yes. Let me tell you guys something. Let's go deep into this shit. Let's go deep into this. Listen. Women are very aware. Now, there are certain things that happen subconsciously that they may not necessarily be aware of, but most of the things that women are doing, they're aware that they're doing it. You understand? When a woman is playing games with you, she's aware that she's playing games with you. You understand? When a woman is giving you the runaround, she's aware of that. When a woman is, withholding sex and talking about, oh, I'm not the type of girl, even though she knows she fucks guys whenever, if she really wants to fuck them, she fucks them. They're fully aware of this. You understand what I'm saying? The thing is that the game is to make you think that they're not aware. You understand that? The game is to make you think that they're not aware so that they can play those games and get away with it, because then you're going to assume that this is just how she is. You understand? Meaning, so for example, if you're dealing with a chick and let's say you trying to smash, quickly, like the first date, second date, real quick or whatever, right? And then what she's going to do is she's going to be like, what do you mean? What type of girl do you think I am? Like, I don't just rush into things like that. I got to get to know you. Like girls aren't like that. Like we got to get to know you first. And it's an emotional thing and yada, yada, yada. Right. She knows what she's saying is bullshit. She knows that if she was extremely sexually attracted to that guy, she would make it happen. She knows that she has made it happen like that with plenty of guys. But again, remember, they rationalize in their own mind to pretend that is something else. You understand? So like I said earlier, that girl that was talking about, well, I gotta, talk to him for 5 minutes and now I know him, all that bullshit. They really know what's going on, but they need you to think that that's their reality. Like, oh, I'm just this girl who, takes her time and waits and I'm not out here doing all that other stuff. Because the thing is that if they get you to buy into that, then they're able to continue to play games, extract attention from you, all this other stuff. Remember, not every guy that a girl encounters or deals with is a guy that she is with because she's sexually attracted to him. Women will still use you for attention, time, and energy. You understand? Resources. They'll use you for all those things. Remember, just like how when we approach a girl or we walk or we, interact with women, right? We don't wife up every girl. We don't take every woman seriously, right? There's a bunch of girls that we would fuck with just to dick down, right? So what happens is that there's a bunch of girls we'll have sex with, and then there's the other girls that we might take seriously or that we might see as girlfriend material, wifey material. And then there's a whole bunch of girls where we know we would never be their boyfriend, never be their husband, for whatever reason that is for you. But for a fact, okay, this girl, you might say, for example, I'm just not attracted to this girl, really, I'm not really attracted to her like that. Like, she's okay. She got a fat ass, but I'm not really that attracted to her. So I'll fuck her, but I'll never be her boyfriend. Cause I don't even like to be seen in public with this hoe. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're thinking. Right. So now what happens is that because you're thinking that, what's going to happen is you're just going to use her and designate her for sex. You understand? But you'll never have her as a girlfriend. Women are the same way, but on the flip side, there's women who will talk to you on the phone, go out with you to dinner, go to get drinks with you, party with you, all that other stuff, but they will never fuck you. Never. And see, the same way where we can't wife up every girl is the same way every girl can't fuck every guy. And so what she's going to do is she's going to designate certain guys for fucking and certain guys for everything else. You understand what I'm saying? So she'll use you for your money, time, attention, energy, but have no interest in fucking you ever at all. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't going to happen. Iceberg Edge says, what's the biggest lesson I learned from Anthony DeMello? Man, there's so many lessons, but I think one of the big ones I say is that when your illusions clash with reality, that's when you'll suffer. You understand? And of course, the one of the biggest ones actually is awareness, just being aware of what's going on, because that awareness gets you to not be attached to all of the bullshit that you think that you're attached to that you think is making you happy. You understand? But you guys definitely need to check out Anthony DeMello on YouTube. Listen, that's just crazy. You said, what if she says no to one of your requests, which was to basically carry a small thing with us, but she does everything else I tell her? Well, that's the thing. If she does everything else you tell her, then she wouldn't say no to that request. Like, what's the other thing she tells you to do, or other things you tell her to do that she's doing, but then now she's not going to do that small thing? It doesn't make sense. If the chick is about you and she's feeling you and she's trying to make something happen with you and she's following your direction, she's going to continue to follow your directions. So a girl's not going to, in 1 minute, follow your directions, and in another minute, she's just like, fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that could happen, as time goes on, to where she may be losing interest. She's not really rocking with you anymore. She probably just stopped liking you for whatever reason. But if in general, if she's doing one thing, right, and she's making it happen, she's going to continue to do the next thing. Because remember, it's all investments. See, people don't want to walk away from their investment. You understand? So the fact that she's doing these little investments, or she's basically investing her time and energy on this thing and that thing and that thing, she's not going to just walk away and be like, fuck you, and I'm out of here. The more she invests, the more she's going to want to invest, because she's already been investing. You see what I'm saying? It's like this is why, for example, if a guy goes on 2 or 3 dates with a girl and he hasn't had sex with her, usually it's hard for him to charge it to the game. Why? Because he invested 3 dates. He wants a payment off of his investment. The same way women do. Women want a payment off of their investment. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You said, what's the best point of exchanging numbers in a conversation? That's a good question. Truthfully, and I try to get guys to understand this, because I'd be like, how are you going to just tell a girl you want to have sex or hook up with her, do all this other stuff, right? But the best time to exchange numbers or give her your number or however you want to do it is when you see that the girl is showing interest in you. See, a lot of guys, they be like, oh, I told the girl to give me her number and she didn't give it to me. Or I gave her my number and she didn't call me. Right? Or I said, give me your number. She said no, whatever it is. Right? The reason why that happens a lot is because if you're giving a girl your number and she doesn't hit you up, or you exchange numbers and you might have called her and she doesn't respond, that's because when you were having the conversation, you didn't notice that she wasn't really that interested. Now, there's other situations that might happen. Let's say she has a boyfriend she didn't tell you about and she was just using you for attention at that moment. Or there could be times where at first she was feeling you, and then all of a sudden, after she left the situation, she started thinking about it and she was like, I don't know about all that, right? But in general, what happens is that the best time to exchange information is when you see that there's that interest. Like, y'all been talking, y'all been flirting a little bit, she's showing interest. It doesn't even have to be a long time. It could be, you could do this within like a minute. Like, for example, I remember this was years ago. I was actually walking out of a bar because I was on my way to do some other shit, and this girl was walking in, right? So I see her, and it was funny because I wasn't even necessarily talking to her. It was almost like I talked at her, because she walked in. I saw her, like, she saw me looking at her. She kind of looked up at me for a second. And I just looked at her like up and down real quick. And I was like, God damn. You understand? So when I saw her, she saw that I was attracted to her, because I was like, God damn. Right? And then so she kind of blushed and giggled and shit. And I said, hold on. I said, wait a second. So I turned around. I pulled my hand out and I grabbed her hand. I said, hold on, wait a second. I was like, listen, I'm about to leave, but you know what I'm saying? We need to exchange numbers and shit. So then we exchanged information, right? And what happened is she hit me up. Actually, I gave her my card and she found me on Facebook. She hit me up on Facebook. We, we talked a little bit on there, and then we got together and then we got it cracking. You see what I'm saying? But the thing was, I saw her reaction to me saying something to her, and that showed that she was interested in me. You understand? The way she was looking at me, the way that she laughed, the way that she, was interacting with me when I called her back or whatever. You understand? All those things were showing me that there's some sort of interest. And then I say, hey, let's exchange information. Now, again, you can exchange information with whoever you want, but understand that a lot of it's going to go nowhere if that girl isn't interested in you. And you should see if she's interested. You understand what I'm saying? So, energy game, when you said it's Locario, she needs that big task to see if she's wifey material. Well, see, the thing is this. A chick's going to show you that she's wifey material with an accumulation of tasks she's been doing over time. So if you've been with a girl for a year and a half, and you've been giving her a lot of tasks to do, and she's been doing them, and she's been cooperative, and she's been compliant, and everything is cool, then it's the accumulation of those tasks. And as time goes on, you can give her more tasks to do and more complex things to do, to see if she's going to be consistent with that, and to see that, and to also show that, okay, we're getting somewhere to where I'm giving you more shit, more responsibility, more importance in the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So he said, how much back and forth you go with the chick before giving them your number on Tinder? This is the thing. I would say this on with Tinder and all these sites. What I would say is set the date first, right? And then give her your number. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, if you're on Tinder, Bumble, or whatever, you match. You say, I'll give you something simple. You say, hey, what's up? What you doing Friday night? And she's like, oh, I'm, nothing. I'm just chilling or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, listen, we should go out and get a drink. Meet me at the Main Street bar or whatever at 8:00. Can you do that? She's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. And you'd be like, all right, cool. Here's my number. Text me your information. So then she texts you the information. And then all you need to do is confirm the date of the date. So let's say Friday morning, you text her on the phone. Hey, what's up? We still on for tonight at 8:00? She says, cool. And then you keep it pushing. So you don't really need to necessarily talk about the number. You want to confirm a date first, or you want to set a date first. Because if we're not setting a date, then what the fuck I need your number for? What the fuck I need to give you my number for? Like if you haven't shown interest in wanting to go on a date or see me, then I don't need your number. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So, let me see if we have any other questions. Explode, you said, if she doesn't do what you say, charge her. So are you asking if a chick doesn't do what you say, are you talking about on Tinder or online? Like, on Tinder or like in person? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. See, this is the thing. What happens is this. If a chick's not doing what you say. Oh, April said what's up to y'all. She's April, you should come over here and say hi. She's like, I just woke up. She was like, I ain't doing that shit. That's crazy. But yeah, if you are so as far as this question about charging her, right? This is the thing. If a chick's not doing what you say, right? You could just charge her completely and be like, this girl, she on some bullshit. We're done. Right? Or in a different context, let's say you're talking to a girl and you say, hey, let's do this or let's do that. Right? What happened? Oh, I got headphones over there somewhere. Under there. April got that. I just woke up face on.
But listen, it's a better face than most people get on a regular day.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. If you plug it into number 2, the bottom one right below it. Yeah, the bottom right below my one right there. Yeah, there we go. That's it. All right. Yeah, let me know if you could hear when you put it on there. Can you hear? You good? Okay, cool. Well, move over so you can. So this damn thing ain't in your face.
No, it's fine. I'm only for like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Got the. But yeah, so what I was saying is this: you could charge it completely, or what you can do is this: is that you can, for example, if you're in a situation where, let's say you say to a girl, "Hey, come through to the crib," and she's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't really know you like that. I don't think I'm ready." And you say, okay, well, cool. Listen, you have my number. When you're ready to come through, then hit me up. So it's like a soft charge. So you're charging her in the sense of, you're not going to be calling her, texting her, or whatever, but she has your information. So if she wants to get at you, then she can get at you. You understand what I'm saying? It's that simple.
That's how it was for me.
It's that simple. It's that simple. It wasn't like that for you. Stop lying. See, so what if the female 23 is not like that at a whole stage and she's down and ready to settle down, wants to have a family and all that, and she's serious? Bro, I'm telling you, if you find a girl like that, then good luck. What I'm telling you is that most 23-year-old girls are not trying to settle down and have a kid and have a family. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that. You said you was married at what?
At 23.
Please.
I was.
No, but I'm saying you're not the exception.
Of
most
course.
Most 23-year-old, and remember, most 23-year-olds today with the Instagram and all the other shit and the fucking Snapchats and all, I'm telling you guys,
I agree.
they're not trying to settle down.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. So yeah, there's always exceptions, but and the thing is this: why are you worried about settling down? Like with a 23-year-old chick?
Yeah, I mean, my honest feedback for anybody is nobody. No, it's fine.
I can't stand that shit being in phrase like that. Shit's killing me.
Nobody should even be thinking about settling down until you're at least 28. Like,
right? That's what I'm saying.
Seriously,
that's what I'm saying.
The person, and I've said this, like, I was married at 23, but if I had to do it all over again, I would never have gotten married at 23, because by the time I was 28, the person that I married, although we were the best of friends sexually and from what I was finding attractive, I was no longer attracted to him as a person.
Right.
So, I mean, I just think who you are by the time you're 28 or older is who you will be going through your lifetime.
Right.
So when you think about, wanting to settle down, like, really, you should not be looking at anyone, no matter your age, until they are at least 28 as well. Because what works today, I'm telling you, it's completely different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these chicks, they all over the place. You said, can you play that Rosebud clip? Of course.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds, so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. So he said, have you noticed a lot of chicks ask, why you are setting up a date so fast on the app? Again, you know why they ask that? I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, I'm telling you guys, this is why it's so important to be direct and have game. The reason why they ask, why are you moving so fast? You're so bold. Because they had plans to fucking waste your time. A woman who's interested in seeing you and hanging out with you, getting to know you, see what's popping, she's not gonna, why are you moving so fast? Right? She's saying that because she knows that the faster you're moving is the quicker she's gonna have to figure out how to avoid the dick. You understand what I'm saying? So she's like, damn, this guy's gonna probably want to meet me tomorrow, and then he's gonna want to fuck, and I'm trying to, extract as much attention and energy away from this guy as possible. But again, she's saying that and doing that because she don't like you like that. If she liked you like that, then it would not be fast enough. She'd be like, God damn, I'm glad this guy's asking me out on a date. I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to go tomorrow, yesterday, whatever you like. You understand what I'm saying? They turn into the Coming to America woman. Whatever you like. That's it. All of the extra shit, I'm telling you, it's for them to waste time with you. Remember, there's women. Didn't we see a TikTok the other day with a girl? She was answering dudes' Tinder messages with Aaliyah verses.
Yes.
You understand?
The whole song. The
whole song was so people. It was the "Are You That Somebody" song, I think it was, and so she would write lines of the "Are You That Somebody" to respond to these dudes just to joke around with them. You understand what I'm saying?
But there was no break. It was not like she was going back and forth between truly answering.
Right.
It's like literally this is how she fucks with these guys. But I think, and here's the thing about it. If you guys think that the average person on a Tinder or Bumble or whatever is immediately setting up a date, you're wrong. Like these guys in general, like they'll talk, like back and forth. That's the average person. It is so like, I'm not going to say it's so rare. It's just, it's not quick. And for me, like, I don't have time like that. So I'm like, okay, I don't have time to be on this app. Like, if you want to meet, cool. If you don't want to meet, that's cool. Like, let's figure it out. But like, I'm busy and like, I don't have time. So I think don't feel like you are doing something that everybody else is doing. This girl really doesn't have time, because it's not like that. You make time for what's important. But I mean, I could get our whole initial texting conversation, which was all of a few text messages before we met. You know, I mean, like, we've talked about that before. It was like, hey, how are you? Hey, weren't we supposed to meet before?
Right.
Yeah. What are you doing tomorrow night? Do you want to grab a drink? Sure. What time works for you? It was literally like that.
Yeah,
fast.
just quick. That's it. That's it. And you know, like, so Explode Acts is a no and automatic charge in the beginning. Well, yeah, if you're saying, yo, let's meet up, and she's like, no, then you charge us the game. We're done. We got nothing else to talk about. But what I'm saying is, if you're in a situation where you tell a girl, hey, let's do something, and then there's resistance, meaning that she's like, oh, well, let's talk on here more, or you know, I don't know, I'm not like that. Can we do this instead? That's more resistance. You understand? In that situation, you can say, hey, listen, I respect what you're saying, but I'm trying to do this. So whenever you're ready to do this thing I'm trying to do, call me, holla at me, hit me up. You understand what I'm saying? But if a chick is just automatically on some no shit, then yeah, that we're done. You understand what I'm saying? We are finished. So you said, so I can see how much level her sexual attraction is, deal with her bullshit for 2 weeks and smash, but also I can find a girl with she is sexually attracted from the jump. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to deal with the girls who's sexually attracted from the jump. See, you don't want to go through a bunch of bullshit for a while and then smash, because I'm telling you guys, it's not going to be worth it. And this is what's going to happen. See, usually when you do that, right, what happens is that you wait all this time, you have sex with her, and let's say for sake of argument, the sex is trash, right? So you waited all this time to have sex and it's trash. Now, the problem with this also is that because it's trash, you might want to keep it pushing and keep it moving and never call her again, which you have every right to do. But what's going to happen is, because you waited so long and she's invested more time in you, then you could set yourself up for drama. Because now she's like, oh, so you just gonna fuck me and leave and blah, blah, blah. You understand? So you got that type of energy you're dealing with. So a lot of times when you charge into the game for not fucking with you, or you tell her, hey, look, I ain't gonna fuck with you right now, but if you want to hit me up, call me. Whenever you distance yourself, you're giving yourself time to basically say, okay, well, listen, I'm not doing so much with you for you to even assume or think this is something more than it is. You understand? Because the fact that you would wait 2 weeks or wait a while or wait so long for sex, and that's what you really wanted, right? That means you're waiting this long just for the sex, but then she's going to take it differently once, you know, you back away, or you're just like, I'm not really feeling it. You understand what I'm saying? So I would say, you know, spend time with the chicks who's trying to make it happen now. And if they're not trying to make it happen now, but they seem still sort of interested, just tell them, hey, call me when you're ready. Call me when you're ready. That simple.
True Savage, that's very funny. He said her, let's get to know each other. Me, let's not. Namaste.
Right. Facts. I love it. I love it.
Somebody else asked a question.
So Jeffrey says, when you match, is trying to do video chat worth it, or should you go straight to setting up things to meet in person? No, you could video chat. You understand what I'm saying? But what I would say is that video chatting should be designated for setting up a date or trying to get her through to the spot that day or quicker. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you're video chatting, it should be more so to be able to get her to see you that day, or you understand what I'm saying, or just in a quicker capacity. So if you don't set the date on the app while y'all texting, you could do a video chat and set the date there, or set a time for y'all to meet up, you know, even quicker. Because a lot of times what happens is when you're on the video chat, that's easier to sort of get her in that zone of wanting to make something happen. But again, you want to make sure that when you're doing video chats, you still make sure that it's a small fucking amount of time that you're talking to this woman. Don't be video chatting no girl for 20 minutes or half an hour. You understand what I'm saying? Because you do all of that shit, and then at the end of it, she ain't trying to do nothing. And you wasted a half an hour on her, but to her, that half an hour wasn't a waste. You understand? Because she got a half an hour of your attention.
Can you go? I have like 1 second. Iceberg S 525.
Iceberg S, hold on. Oh yeah, they go all the way down there. I'm still at the top. 525 iceberg S. Hold on. Let me see. Shit, what am I doing? Iceberg S 525. Where is it? I don't see the shit.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's
oh, wait, question. What you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you think a lot of monogamous relationships are actually non-consensual open relationships?
Yes.
Yes. Facts. Exactly. Now that's facts. It's real talk.
I can't tell you how many people that have told me they're in an open relationship and then after they get off work, they're unavailable to talk or text or anything, and they pay cash for dates.
Yeah, so they basically cheating.
I'm like, so you're in an open relationship and your wife has no idea. That's cool.
Right. Now they cheating. They cheating on them motherfuckers. Big Dog said, you said being a player requires to have consistency. Can you explain that? Because I'm getting sex and relationships possibilities, but I just wanted to keep them around. What? I'm confused.
Because he's probably inconsistent. So you're probably only hitting him up when you want something versus having people on a rotation, which requires consistency and being able to manage that. But you all can handle that.
Right.
I will talk to y'all later. It's been fun, people.
All right, so we're gonna have to end this in like 10 minutes. But yeah, so this is the thing when we talk about being consistent, on some player shit. This is the thing. When you're a player, like let's say if you want to, and this is why I tell you guys, this is what I'm telling you guys, make sure that you get this 13 key principles to being a successful player is that the consistency that I'm talking about is if you see a chick or deal with a chick that you want more from. You understand? So if you get into a situation where you're with a chick that you want more out of, then consistency plays the key. Now, if you don't give a fuck about getting more out of a woman, then you don't need to worry about being consistent. But the thing is that the consistency means that the girl is going to see you as consistent, which makes her take you more seriously. Because remember, if you're on some player shit, there's going to be a lot of girls who might not necessarily take you seriously, and therefore the cooperation is not going to be there because she doesn't take you seriously. She's just like, oh, you're a good fuck. You understand? You're somebody fun for right now, but she don't really see you as anything else but that. So if you want something more out of her and you want more shit to go down, you got to be consistent. So for example, that means like, let's say for the first 4 to 6 months, you're seeing this girl once a week and smashing, right? And then after that, you still smashing her, but you might take her out and do some other. So you're gradually doing more shit and making shit happen, and you're being present in that situation. Jay, so you said if a woman you're dating says no to any of your requests, even if she did 2/3, you charge her. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that most likely it's almost like, how do I put this so that you'd get it? It's like if you were working at a company and they said, hey, we're going to pay you $50,000 a year. And then 6 months down the line, and you was like, yeah, I'll take that. And then 6 months down the line, they said, you know what? You've been working really hard. We've never really done this, but we're going to up your salary $5,000. So now you're going to be making $55,000 a year. Do you want that? You're going to be like, oh, hell yeah. Right now, let's say your employer says, hey, Mr. Locario, I want to actually give this guy $100,000 next year. Is he going to say no to that? Is he going to like just not want that? Is he going to not comply with that? Most likely I'm like, well, why would he say no? You understand what I'm saying? So my question to you, Jay, is why would the girl say no to doing certain things and she's already been doing things? You see what I'm saying? And if she does say no, then that would mean that there's some sort of issue there where she's losing interest or she's not really down anymore. You understand what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, we're going another 10 minutes and I got to head up out of here. So less gross. I can't even pronounce your name, brother. My bad. You said, how important is it for the man to control the frame? For example, should you be the one telling her to do something as opposed to her doing it by herself? Nah, listen. If this is the thing. If a girl's doing this is the thing. If a girl is doing shit on her own, right, for you, right, then it's all good as long as what she's doing is things that you want her to do, right? So it doesn't mean you got to be like, no, I have to tell you to do. No, it's not about that. All I'm saying is that you need a woman to be the type of woman who's going to follow your lead. You understand? It doesn't necessarily mean that she can't do something without you telling her, because a lot of times she will do something without you telling her because you done told her already to do it. So she knows this is the thing she should be doing. You see what I'm saying? So she just do it automatically. It's just like checking a woman. Like the point of checking a chick is to, at some point, get her to the point where she'll check herself to where you don't have to say anything. You understand? You might just give her a look and she already know. And then it'll get to the point where you don't even have to give her a look. She'll just know and she'll be like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. And she'll do what she got to do. You see what I'm saying? What up, Kelly Moore? What's popping, bro? All right, let me see if there's any. I was trying to go through all of these to see if anybody had any questions. So I'm backed up on the comments. I'm scrolling through the comments real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you guys talking about. Man. All right, let me see where we at. But yeah, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. You feel what I'm saying? Get that shit cracking. Because when you're on the Bad Boy membership, you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating and advice tutorials every month. You feel what I'm saying? Every month. But yeah, man, I'm about to head up out of here. But man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me on a Saturday afternoon. I had to put this video out. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? Shout out to all of y'all. I'm up here loud as shit. You have me waking April up out of her sleep and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, watching this stuff, subscribing, doing that shit, getting that shit cracking, man. But yeah, man. He said, Omar said, don't be a Cooper, be a Brad. Hilarious. Yeah, I need to get up on that sex life show. Facts. Yeah, man. But listen, I will holler at y'all later. I will see you guys again. So we're not gonna. I don't know if Steve's gonna still do it, but we might not do the Real Game No Theory show this Sunday because it's it's July 4th, the holiday. So if I don't see y'all on tomorrow, have a good 4th of July. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep this one up on YouTube. You feel what I mean? And I will holler at y'all later. Remember, truth is inside you. Peace.